America is the only country where a majority of citizens think the other are bad people. Pew Research just did a survey of 25 countries and they asked them if you think their fellow citizens are good or bad. And only one country was bad, and that was America. Now, that is based on the majority. The United States of America is the only country on earth where the majority of its own people describe their fellow citizens as morally bad. 53% of Americans said that in the survey. More than half of us looked around at each other and said, yeah, the people around me. This is a survey of 25 countries, tens of thousands of people. And if you want some perspective, 92% of Canadians said that their fellow citizens are good people. 47% of Americans said that their fellow citizens are good people. That's a big deal. And I think the historical data is something you need to know about. So let me get this right. In 2016, 47% of Republicans said people in the Democratic Party were immoral. 35% of Democrats said the same thing about Republicans. By 2022, the numbers had jumped to 72% of Republicans and 63% of Democrats saying the other side is immoral. That change happened in 6 years. That's how long it took both sides to go from roughly a third to nearly 3/4 of people viewing each other as irredeemably bad people. And of course, I hope you do not feel this way. And I'm only reading you the evidence of a study, one study, but it was 25 countries and thousands, tens of thousands of people. Something is happening in this country where we are turning on and against each other. Who actually benefits when 53% of Americans think that their neighbor is a bad person? Algorithms, billionaires, and the difference. What we learned in those studies is that, for example, when you look at Canadians, when Canadians state that they are unhappy, here's what they said. Canadians, when they are unhappy, they direct it at the people in power, the elites, the government. They are frustrated, but they do not turn that frustration at each other. Perhaps we should learn from our neighbors in the North. So I am asking you to consider the next time you look at your neighbor and you're wondering, are they a good or bad person? Perhaps you might wonder who is causing you to have that feeling to begin with. It's less likely to be your neighbor and much more likely to be driven by algorithms, bots, information, that kind of thing. We will never accomplish anything great as this country if we think this way of each other. 92% of Canadians think that their neighbor is awesome. Wouldn't it be good to feel that way?